last two bosses there with your immense levels. Excepting Penguinator just ditched Tella. Hang on a second.
Yeah, okay, this changes the shape of things, because Penguinator's going up the mountain, he has his Darkness Crystal, but that means he's not setting up for the D Machine.
With double edges, he might be setting up for Edward strats, might be assuming a quick, but you still have to get through, like, you still have to get through the Giant, right? Like, it's an interesting call. Penguinator it's a little risky, right? Penguinator's gambling that he's gonna fall into both key items, basically, I think. I'm gonna be real interested to ask him about getting rid of Tella here with the Darkness Crystal in hand.
Yeah, especially because you know that even if you decide to fade the Giant, you have to do Wyvern Spot, which is, yes, arguably easier on some metrics, but neither of those two things are free.
It'll be real interesting. I mean, the other thing is that on these flags, we know that Sirens are going to probably be available online, and he's probably looking at the hook route going, hook route's going to be pretty straightforward with two edges. I should be able to hammer through this, no problem. So maybe he's just saying, look, I'm gonna get Sirens, right? I'm gonna have access to all 5 shops. On the off chance I don't get Sirens, I might be in trouble, but he's got to be thinking, I'm getting Sirens. Penguinator's a good enough runner to make this play and make it work, right?
Even if he doesn't find Sirens in shops, he has edges. He can steal them.
Yeah, like he's fine. Like, I think we might be, like, the D-Money's great and all. Like, D-Money's fantastic, but just, you know, using 2 edges to grab a bunch of Sirens and just be done with it is, you know, well within the realm of reality here.
Yeah, and especially if you aren't familiar or comfortable with the new D Machine setup, because this tournament does have the "you can't run" flag on, which means you can't run away from any encounter, even just the generic random ones. So there is this new setup for doing the D Machine grind, which is a little more finicky and a bit more of a time investment if you make a mistake on it. So if you're not super familiar or comfortable with it, going underground, getting Sirens, and then just beating up a bunch of Yellow Dragon eggs can probably be a lot faster.
Yeah, and I'm sure Penguinator is, you know, well-versed in all the grinds, right? Like, you know, you don't get to be a top runner without knowing all the tech that goes into it. So again, I suspect that this is just a play where he just knows that the hook route's going to be well within his reach. He's going to use that to get the levels and go underground first, and maybe try to power through the seed at that angle, which I think is just fine, right? Like,
yeah,
you know, it's a thing that we think is questionable, but it's really not. Like,
yeah, because if in Penguinator's mind, you know, obviously he sees the setup, he knows that a lot of runners are probably going to go, okay, I'm going to go do my D Machine grind, and probably go do the Wyvern Altar, and then probably full clear the moon after that. So he might be going, no, I'm betting that the other key items are down here on Earth, and people might go down rabbit holes after doing their D Machine because they have all those levels and are checking all those other things.
Absolutely. Infidious is grabbing a Soma drop in the Troya shop here, so this looks like a play to do D Machine's going to grab these ethers too while he's here for sure. Zyra grabbed the Baron Key from the Rat's Tail, so we know that that's the Rat Tail, which is fine. Like, that's the Baron Key does give us more things to do